Yo, what is up, STOMP Wrestling fam? We are back with another video, and I want to talk about a certain somebody, a certain WWE US champion, as of right now, Austin Theory. I initially wanted to talk about Austin Theory with BeanieBoy on the channel, but we got load shedding problems. If you don't know what that is, have a little Google search. Anyway, let's get into the video. The reason why I initially wanted to talk to BeanieBoy about this was because he went on a little bit of an arc with Austin Theory. It was initial, I don't want Austin Theory to do this. I don't want Austin Theory to win the Money in the Bank. Way back when it happened, and then something switched in the man, and he all of a sudden liked Austin Theory, which is cool. That happens in wrestling. We sometimes like people, and then all of a sudden we don't like them. It happens. And I wanted to get his opinion on the state of Austin Theory right now, because I remember Austin Theory winning Money in the Bank. Vince McMahon being white hot on Austin Theory. We all think Austin Theory, he could do it. He could become a world champion. That, of course, didn't happen. He ended up cashing in on the US title, which he now has, but he lost his cash-in. It was a failed cash-in attempt on a mid-card title, which was horrendous booking, and the way Triple H booked him when he came into power was just horrendous. But then we saw a little rise in Austin Theory. He cut an awesome promo on Raw where it was a good couple of months now, if not a year ago now. And there was an excitement level to Austin Theory and where he could go within the WWE. He was having feuds with Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, top names. He got rid of the silly selfie gimmick, which worked in the beginning. It gave him a character, it got eyes on him. People were like, what is this guy doing? That worked. But then it was time to move on. It was time to evolve. It was time to become less silly and more serious. And I actually think, in hindsight, that killed off Austin Theory, because he's still being booked like a silly wrestler in terms of he can't win a match for his own title clean. The guy always has to have help from somewhere, somehow, whether it's Pretty Deadly, whether it was Alpha Academy at one stage, he always has to have help. It's always those silly finishes where Bobby Lashley spears someone and then Theory steals the win, which work to a certain extent. It works for a guy like Miz. It works for a guy like Grayson Waller to a certain extent. But when you got Austin Theory, who I don't even need to remind you, is a fantastic wrestler. This guy's moveset is insane, but it feels like WWE have also been like, no, you can't do all those things. You need to get heat. You need to be a bad guy. So don't do all those things. Do kind of the less outlandish, the less exciting spots, and go with that. Which I understand to a certain extent, but at the same time, you got to give the guy something to work with at this point in his career. You're touting him as the next face of WWE. So that should be either as a heel or either as a face. You shouldn't have a direction that you want him to go in just yet. You should let him go where he needs to go. Look at Roman Reigns. They pushed him and pushed him and pushed him. It didn't work. He finally got where he needs to be. You got to do the same with Theory. Let him get where he needs to go organically. So let him use his moveset. Let him do what he wants to do to a certain extent. Obviously, don't just let him do absolutely anything. But within reason, let him do what he needs to do to get himself over. WWE fails at getting people over. When they get themselves over, with the help of WWE, with the booking, it works. But of course, in Austin Theory's case, he's kind of been forgotten about. He's held the title for over 200 days now, but I cannot remember a single title defense other than Cena at Mania. Which is another topic I kind of want to get into. Austin Theory versus John Cena at WrestleMania. Firstly, Cena came in and buried Theory on the mic. He straight up buried Theory on the mic. There was no hope for Theory to come back, which we knew. Cena does this from time to time, comes in, puts a young talent to the test and actually sees what they're about. And then they have the match. Now, the match, not because of Theory, partly because of Cena and him not wanting to get injured, was extremely lackluster. It was a nothing match at the end of the day. It opened up, I think, night 2 or night 1. Oh, it opened up night 1, and that was it. It was over and nobody cared. Nobody cared after it was over, which is sad because it was a match in the making. It was a match people were calling for when Cena appeared for his 25 years or his 20 years in WWE. So to have it happen and be so meh was disappointing, and I really think that really set off Theory on a low coming out of Mania. And he got moved to SmackDown. Since being moved to SmackDown, he hasn't really done much. He hasn't really done anything noticeable at all. He hasn't had a proper feud. He's been doing this thing with the Brawling Brutes, which is half a feud, I guess, but that ended just as quickly as it started. Now he's got a feud either against Rey Mysterio, or a match at SummerSlam either against Rey Mysterio or Santos Escobar, and who cares? Rey, people care about Rey. People care about Santos to an extent. But there was one person that people really wanted to see, and that was LA Knight versus Austin Theory. And I do think you could have extended that feud for a while. I do think LA Knight didn't have to win straight away. But if the fans knew he was in the title picture, they would know that title is coming at some point. Even if Theory took 2 chances and he beat LA Knight, yes, maybe by hook or crook, which I said I'm getting tired of. But at the same time, that is what Theory is about right now. So to end out the US title reign, that might have been the way to still go about it. Shouldn't have started that way into begin with, but that's just what WWE did. Now, what do they do with Austin Theory? That is the big question. How do you fix him? I rate, get that title off him. Just get it off him. He's doing nothing with it. I think it's stopping him. I think it's holding him back right now. Get rid of the title. Throw it away. Give it to Escobar. Give it to Rey. I don't care at this point. Okay? Thereafter, it's a tough situation. It's so difficult on where you go with this, because do you try while he's young, while he's got time, while nothing is working, do you try and turn him face in some way or fashion? And I know that's going to be extremely difficult because he has got a hateable face and a punchable face. And he's just an all-round douchebag just by looking at him. So it might be extremely difficult. But if done right, it could work. It really could work. I don't know how you go about it, but that's just one way you could go about it. The next way is let the man start winning actual matches. Put him up in a feud with Edge. Let him beat Edge. Put him up in a feud with Rey. If Rey doesn't win the title and Escobar wins the title, put him up in a feud against Rey. Have him beat Rey. Have him win convincingly. That's the first way you do it. Give him some promo time. He's had very little promo time on SmackDown, which is a problem in my eyes because he's a decent talker. He's not the greatest, but he's by far not the worst. He's very articulate and he can cut a promo at the end of the day. Yes, it needs to be worked on, but that comes with time. I mean, the man is like 25, 26. Comes with time. So, I don't know. WWE needs to fix up on Austin Theory. They need to get him off that United States Championship. Have him have some feuds that mean something. Maybe see if you can turn him face. Maybe try something different. Maybe give him a faction to run with. The possibilities are endless, but they just got to try something. They're leaving him in limbo, and it's not helping him at all right now. So I rate, just try stuff. Throw shit at the wall, see what sticks at this point. And I know my advice is probably absolutely terrible right now. I'm just saying try anything. But literally, try anything. He's got no character right now. He's got no TV time. He's got nothing. His moveset has been washed lately. So just let the man go express himself. That's what I have to say about Austin Theory, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you think has gone wrong with Austin Theory and where you think WWE can fix it. And we'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Peace.